Very slow, very
refight.
Oh
wait, this could be explosive right now. They want to try and fight this one! Straight into the maw, G2! Man, he like stacked him up and knocked him down again. And already revealed close quarters into the pillar. That's going to be Finesse, not long for this. Whoa, the Jogamo just cleaning them all up. Fault line, you can see it, Jonah P's waiting for it. Like a heat-sicking missile, he's looking for the right target. Popped it in through the back of the site, vulnerable up, stunned up. Not a chance in hell for Ethan. The rest of his team, NRG, have got a decent foothold for now, though, towards the back of the site. They're going to look to try and push this one back fully for the bonus round of G2. They're looking for value, and Leaf is getting it. It leaves it just as Som in a 1v2, tucked to the corner. A lot of damage done to Leaf. Really a shred to survive, and he has isolated it into the 1v1, but does he expect the reposition up to the side? It's missed entirely, and Jonah P.
Anti-ecos, how G2 stack over towards B more than they would usually. This time you see Leaf again taking contact here, but they're making sure that if NRG do the classic, we hit B on an eco round, that G2 have got the personnel ready to defend.
Quick swinging through the back though, Ethan. Quick to dismiss Leaf. G2 are happy to play this one though fully for the retake. They've got to at least carve out a bit of map control. In through A, looks like stairs is going to be the name of the game.
Jonah, Trent both have their rechargeables online.
Making their way forwards here. Finesse really needs to be the playmaker. The dagger in the back, and he hears it. Multitudes of players still. They whip it around to the sides of the rifles in hand. It's a 2v1. As quick as that. Ethan isolating it. Brings us to that 1v1. Ult earned on top of it. Jogan with a tap as well. Completely avoided, but with the shots fired off, Ethan, he's still going to go for it. Rolling Thunder going wide and damage done. Jorg single digits, yet where the hell is he pulling that from? There's no pincer maneuvers happening from the B sides, but they are running this guy down. He needs to be very careful of that. Leaf isolated on a bit of an island, stunned up to the side and needs some support and backup. That's a pit drop down. Up top though, that's matter. Precision is necessary, and Leaf has been cleaned up. Light removed from the site. 3v4 scenarios where G2 find themselves in.
Really good pace on that hit from NRG. As soon as they spotted an opening, they pounced. Leaf was not allowed any moment to thrive, but what's going on there?
Someone's been cleaned up.
It feels like G2 have got an opening back into the round.
It's a 3v3, they're waiting for the right timings onto this one. Door's going to be opening wide at a moment's notice, and there it is. Paranoia sweeps forwards, fully blinded up as well. There's a return of the fire. NRG doing anything to stem the bleeding, anything to survive here. Matter's got to do so much more, and it's just impossible for him. G2!
Eve, that G2's put a lot of resources into the C fight, but
no way.
That's just spam.
I mean, it's pure instinctual, no? Yeah, a bit of spam onto the corner, maybe aware that he'd already crossed in here in that TP, and this is NRG just being picked at 2 pieces across the map. Any cohesive idea that they might have had.
They're also just playing very spread. I mean, Mada was just trying to find an individual timing there. It wasn't really based off a wider game plan, I don't think.
Leaf's not being denied any of this. Armageddon to try and push these players straight into the fight and fray, but there's a tight corner and a gap to play in. Weaving in and out, back and forth. Trent calling for a bit of help. That's Jorgamo with a tidy little 3-piece. Leaf on the back line, Armageddon to try and push them back and away to buy a bit of extra time, but these players to get in. Finesse has not been spotted and has not been cleared. It's a tidy 2-piece for this IGL. He's done a lot to try and stop whatever could be occurring here. Just wrangles the rifle in play. Ethan finally putting a stop to Trent and Leaf onto the flank here. Trying to play the percentage play, just buy this time, but what can you really do in this spot? A 1v3, you have to ISO every single fight available. And NRG are not willing to give up too much more. Doubled up, high-low, just trying to bait that swing out and spam through the box. Everyone's got a flash being held. There it is. It's a fault line and Paranoia. Showstopper! You're blind as anything! Yeah, Matter! He had no choice but to let loose of it, but he just ended up dying anyway and waiting and walking all the way in. Finesse is alone on a bloody island! The rest of his team not following up behind it and spam through B main. Preemptive here by G2. They know what was following up, and Finesse has already taken up all that space. Quick jump spot. And they know that they can give this one up. There's confidence here that they can play this one 2v4.
It was actually a nice macro timing from Finesse slipping his way in. He just wasn't looking at the right stuff.
Paranoia is good as well. That's a great connection. Kills need to be laid claim to Valin. How are you doing that? He squares straight up. Wins the fight out, Ethan. Left alone. Too much to do into this spot here. This time in fast enough. Rolling Thunder through into the corner. And here it is. This is where the danger lies. They do not know that Jogamo crouched down into the corner. It's a 3-piece for him. It's a perfect setup. The B pivot, which is exactly what NRG are trying to go for. All into blue room. Armageddon up top. This is going to be close here, pushing these players into the sight lines. Jorgamo somehow wins up that fight onto the flank here. Still, Blue Room needs to be accounted for with only 18 seconds left. No one's watching their backs, putting a squeeze onto them. It's a vice script that G2 have layered down, yet still a player advantage is somehow found here for NRG, but they're just running out of time. It's a tap from Mado. Which direction are you really going to be sending this one in? There's 5 seconds left, and a double peek forwards anyway. 4 seconds remaining, barely getting onto it, yet somehow... No way, man! Valin! All right, let's see. How much does this get dragged out? Did G2 just...
It's a good
Nice
start.
early end to this, potentially. Yeah, it's a good start for NRG. Opening pickoff for them. Spike dropped down as well into rubble.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to try to retrieve that, actually, especially with the one-way. But like I said, a strange, bad game from Som so far. He's normally up at the top of the scoreboard in almost every game that NRG have had this year.
It just feels bad to watch these moments because, again, NRG at an advantage and just the players in a slightly off positioning, loses their life, and now this is advantage to G2. They have a nearly open A site. Ethan, the only one to try and hold here.
Yeah, he's feeling some heat, but...
They're not even headed this way.
Spike's not going to be going into his direction. Mada's also got a bit of a pincer maneuver occurring. Doesn't want to overplay his hand here, just on 22 health, so making sure that he can hold for any repushes. But I think, well, at least NRG are very much aware that it's heading over towards B. They hear it now with the plan committed. Not quite. Pushed back, I think, by the salvos.
Are they going back to A here? They might have baited Mada in.
They have. It's just this slow play. It's just baiting these players from NRG, hunting for any sort of mid-round information. And they are just falling, dropping like flies.
John out 2 for 2 against his former initiator.
Spike planted.
Sticking with the plan. Coming up close again, Leaf. Is he going to be anticipated onto this angle? Doesn't even matter if he's anticipated.
It's tragic. Every spot you see like that, where it should be an NRG player that's like prime ready for the kill.
Buddy. You can hear it. Jump spot, rumble of footsteps. Not sure if he's going to be anticipating 2 of these plays. The fault line, no way. No way. Tiny's the corners here. ADS up. Now will be falling into the end here. NRG finding themselves with a bit of an advantage. Got to be careful where you step, Trent, but still he's sharp and snappy with the aim. Sling it in hand, leaving it just down to 1v1. Som 10 HP in a dream. And it will remain just that. 13-1 is the finish. G2 looking to send it further forwards here. And there it is. Not anticipating that Mada was cut up close into the corner. That was just, oh, the dash. Okay, straight into the wall, but lucky to be alive. And he still scurries away to the safety of the site. Ethan's going to be able to supplement with a bit of covering fire.
Very early read here from Valin as well. If things went wrong, he's gone and taken A main control. So he's offering his team an ability to pivot back. So things are not devastated just yet for G2 on the pistol round, but they're forced to call an audible because NRG's original setup was pretty good.
Smoke's blooming. Salvo's going to be covering away here, but a nice little perch for Som to sit on. Usually takes Trent out of the fight already. Still the plan going to be going down. Needs to be some level of coverage there from G2, making sure that there's no repush in through tree for now, but they need a few picks and they need it now. That paranoia just not quite connecting. Som fully cleaning them up. Advantage, any sort of position onto it. Finesse, flashback forwards. There's a refight occurring, but no one's watching the back of the stairs. And these players are being picked to pieces. NRG, what was looking like such a great beginning to the map, might just be tilted. Swiftly spun straight back onto their heads here. Mada's just holding, hoping and praying that somebody will walk into that. The paranoia is good. Putting a squeeze onto this one. There's a critical kill to try and find Jonah P, but they still can't remove this guy. Reaction. Cutting it close. Rebound off to the side. A flash as well. It's all picture perfect. Still the dart is a little bit even better, I would say, with Brock. Picks up the one. Looking to try and slow this one down. And he's going to need to be honest, because Ethan is on an island. Back to the wall, he's got Som to supplement and help him out as well with the reinforcements arriving, but pause potentially called for. G2 just slowly trying to dissect this one. Smoke propped up, a bit of spam just removes one layer of it. They got to suspect that there could be an additional player, and Ethan's going to reveal himself anyway. Layers down an aid, it just lands short and shy of the mark. They know he's there. It's just an inevitability. He's going to need a miracle, I think, to try and clean this one up, and the discipline of G2 is not going to allow it. Leaves it just down to the one now. Brock in an unwinnable situation in a 1v3. He's got to know what his players are, but Valin is just 2 here for NRG.
Mada's walked all the way through. He might have a timing onto Trent here, but they're so ready. Any position where you think a G2 player might get caught off guard, just turn and punish.
Potentially overzealous there here. Steel Guard is going to be overlapping, clearing most of the way. opportunities for Ethan to potentially avoid. That's the refract, gets the info, knows that at least there's one there, but it's going to be fading away in the gun. Line straight back up, a rare mistake potentially here from G2, and Ethan's quick to capitalize. Chews up two of them, brings it into a 2v2 now for NRG into this retake. Best chance and odds that they've had in quite some time.
Jorgamo used his ult in the previous round. He's almost got another one up.
He's just missed the timing on that one. Trent might have just been spotted as well. Backing off into main. Question marks being cleared up for NRG when they're trying to play this retake.
The timing on this reflank is perfect from Jorgamo.
And he's already slipped straight behind. There seems to be that level of awareness potentially. No, Brock is just all over the place here, and he's none the wiser. None the wiser at all.
Mata back to the well in mid.
Gonna go for that peek. This is hyper aggro as well. It needs to be that covering fire all throughout into mid. They've got a crossfire set up. So NRG ended up on top in terms of that fight here, and as a Hunter's Fury offloaded. Dare I say desperation. Brock only getting the one tag here, and it's a TP pivot, open sight, open access in through B. Valen, watchful eye. Barely missing with the bullets.
It's a 3v4, but G2 have Annihilation. They have a Paranoia. They're in a position to still win this round.
Ethan's going to pop off that null command. It's going to emanate out. NRG are in a very good spot to try and win this one. As you mentioned, Armageddon's just an attempt to slow down what NRG are cooking up. There's no other map control really for G2. So got to see if they can punch a hole through the wall and find a way out of it themselves. And that's why they're doubled up, close quarters, just cutting it up. Tied onto these angles, just trying to make sure that it's quirky enough that NRG potentially are ready for them. Valen, almost not to be denied, but he's left it into the 1v1 in capable hands indeed. It's Trent against the world.
And here's Jaws ult coming in, split towards A.
Conversion pass, there's no escaping that one, buddy. Yep, jumping in, that's low grav mode for you, Finesse. Straight back to the spectator seat, maybe you can come from that angle. Brock sniffs it out, he knows where Jorgamo is pathing out. It's going to be communist to his team, but it doesn't matter if you already know where it is, because Som in a difficult position to try and fight his way out of. Doesn't know which way to look in a spot like that. This is just a complete dismantling from G2. Picking apart the defensive plays and setup of NRG. Rapidly going out towards heaven. That's given up a kill with Jorg going down. Mata, quick dash off to the side. Attempt to cut it up. Now a bit more disciplined, tempered and instilled really from these G2 players. I love that engagement. Mata trying to make the most out of this particular spot, dropping down. Ethan's even finding another one. It's one of the best opportunities that NRG have had in a long while. Tap out, forcing these players out wide. And now for the close quarters engagement, they've got to know exactly where he is. And Trent, barely alive, shredder health to his name, yet still wins out that fight, and time has been bought with a salvage. Don't tell me he wins this, Brock! Barely on it for time!
Yeah, he's got no time!
Oh, the circle's already shrinking. What a disaster! In this one, son. Puts down the anchoring smoke at least just in time. He's able to get that one down, and NRG just kind of biting from the sides, aren't they? Making it nice and difficult for G2 to get comfortable in this spot and position, but they do eventually clear out that pesky problem that was Som. Lay it down to the bottom. NRG just trying to flood their way straight back into this one. As that cloudburst fades, Mata, already just a three-piece, but dropped down in a moment's notice, and it leaves it all down to Finesse.
A 1v2 this time. And a bit more time to play with. The spike still yet to be planted.
Certainly more doable. But Leaf's been providing great
30 seconds
artillery fire from A main this entire time. And they've got across. I mean, Leaf can essentially just bait the plant here and get the kill. Finesse trying to make sure that he isolates the 1v1s.
The ults, now they don't actually have a smoke, finally one for CT, but out towards the back of the site, how are they going to be dealing with this player? Playmaker, Ethan, could potentially do a lot here from that spot. Oh, and he does indeed! Nailed his feet, classic right-click in play, even going for another attempt. Go with things, dash in through the back, it's pure chaos, it's pure anarchy. Oh, there it is, aggro play! Oh, the knives are going all over the bloody place, and hard committal onto the corner. Trent still gets a kill in the midst of it.
Maybe if G2 bought a couple less lattes, they'd have a purchase this round.
Yes. Stop going for the avocado toast, millennials.
Really not. Slight speed straight in through onto the site, using the dikes as a bit of coverage as well. Fire into the back, and that's an ult as well, supplementing it. Reinforcements arriving, but it's Som essentially alone into this one. Damage done to Jorgamo, surely enough to try and claim that second kill, yet somehow Jorg finds it anyway. Squaring up to the fight, Leaf, he was eager to draw some blood out towards Market, even contemplating it. Shorty in hand! He can't keep getting away with this! Attack caught here, Jorgamo's going to get his time to shine, not like he's been lacking it so far in this map. Now he's had to bide his time for now, but there it is. Bullets finally flying forwards. A bit of util to supplement. Doesn't matter if you're lit up behind the screen right now. That is overwhelming presence. It's an onslaught. A lot of damage done to Jorgamo. He's got to be careful, cautious here. Maybe even anticipating. Lovely flash peek. Som was ready for that one, primed on top of it. Tiefan who was really setting this one up, but still flash, well, it does go both ways there, so Jorgamo's going to be peeking straight through onto that smoke, and that's a huge connection, underhanded, everybody blind as absolutely anything, and his post-plant positioning is dire, it's atrocious. They've been completely cut out of the site. Full stick, full peace of mind.
Work as well, absolutely, because some of them will pop too early now.
It's a good opener.
It's a great shot.
Yeah. It's Mada. The heading at
Trent, check his PC, please look at his face! We can't believe it!
Nah, buddy, okay.
With an Ares.
Okay, Jorg's like, you know, I hit him 140, you could spam in the market actually, you might be able to get a kill. And Trent's like, okay, all right, I'll do it. Now he's feeling the heat and the pressure, but is being relieved immediately. That's Valin returning, ADS'd up, just having a field day here. It's like he's in the training range. See what kind of high score you can really get. 2 players against the world, backs against the wall here. Finesse is making the most of it. He's carved out a bit of a path into mid. Gonna be able to cause for that evacuation, but hold on to the heels. Finesse, hold on. This guy's woken up, he's a bit angry now.
You cannot let Trent win this 1v2. It's Finesse and Som.
He's catching it, surely.
And Finesse is holding.
That's a pixel angle, Finesse.
And a pre-fire.
Trying to send it for him. Trent still has options to really play spoiler.
Uh-oh, they're walking into each other.
Yeah, the collapse might be occurring. He just needs to bide his time and wait for the right moment here. Gotta get up. Oh my, that's snappy. And now Trent, oh no, he's closed the door! He's closed the door! Oh, but he broken away from his own salvos! He's trying to isolate this fight out. This is it for all the marbles for the 13th round on the board. Finesse! Tucked tight to the corner, onto the wall as well. Off his contact, there's probably going to be some level of presence on the rest of his team. Yet shots are missing, going wide. It's a mad dash and spray down attempt here. This is Ethan and Finesse doing a decent job dissecting up most of the site, but they're going into a different direction.
The ops here, Bren. Jorgamo has been waited in this entire round.
Where are they going? Skipping a hop, making all the noise into the world. They've slowed it down to the right moments, but you only have 20 seconds to work with here. And Jorgamo with his op, as you mentioned. Wow, what a shot by Mada.
That's a blinder of a shot.
Gonna see that one back again into the replay. Nasty work. And for G2, just looking to see if you can save some of these guns. It was a full investment from them.
Quite a nice round there from NRG, but looked a little dangerous. I like the fact that they pushed the B players back into a defensive protocol and then pivoted A. It was very difficult, I think, for any of the people on B to go and help Jorg, even with 20 seconds on the clock.
I'm really worried about this one. Valen's got ult as well for a quick reinforcement over towards the side. Mada, though, decapitates Leaf, takes him out. Center of lane, big reveal in through the back as well. Trent, surely no longer for this world, and it's a lovely quick scope. Put a cap onto the round overall for NRG. G2. Not too many more chances left into this one for them. Valin and Jorgamo gonna have to bide their time and look forwards to the next.
And if you were an NRG fan, you wanted to see Mada getting online. This rookie has been the bright spot in what has been a really rough year.
20 seconds left. TP's all over the place now. This is Som, not with a hard committal, just looking for that information and a paranoia to sweep forwards. This is the guy with the spike. Armageddon layering down in front of him. He's got the spike. He needs to plant this. It's in no man's land, and it's done. It's a wrap. It's curtains drop. Fade to black. G2 are going to playoffs no matter what.
What a way to end!
Defenders
Brock
win.
with 3.